Hello guys, this is FRENCHCOPS and today we're gonna speak about the damage to shredders and the destroy fireball trial in same time, because we did both trial in same time as the first attempt. This trial is probably the most difficult this week because you need to PvP a lot. The only way to have a really decent score or high score is to kill everybody. You don't have any choice, because if you let people alive, they will kill the fireballs, they will kill the shredders, and it's impossible. That's why, in my opinion, it's the most difficult trial this week. I recommend to start the run at the last minute. So you have to play on Stella Montis and you have to wait the last single minute to start the run. Otherwise, it's gonna be too complicated, because if you start at any timers, people gonna respawn every time you're gonna kill them, and it's impossible because you're gonna spend more time to PvP than to that just making the trial, you know. That's why you really want to start at the last minute. It means that every time someone gonna get killed, nobody else will join the game. So after like 5 minutes, you have an empty lobby, and you have like 25 minutes with no one in the lobby, and you can do the max score with your team. I really don't recommend to do it solo. It's a waste of time. I know there is some YouTuber who do like solo content and stuff like that, but it's a waste of time. I mean, you just have to try. 50% of the time you're gonna have a late game. On the other 50% with a fresh game, you're gonna have like 90% of the time people doing the trial, like the killing the shredders and the fireball. It's impossible to kill all these players, because in one game there is like 24 players, and if you want to kill like 23 players, you won't have time to do the trial in same time. It's not possible to kill 23 players and to do the trial in same time. So 90% of the time you won't be able to do the trials. And on the few best setup, like 50% of the time you won't have the shredder in the atrium, and you need the shredder in the atrium if you want to do a max score. So it means like you in solo you have to do like maybe, I don't know, like 100 tries to have one good setup, like the perfect setup. If you don't plan to spend your entire week doing the same things every day, it's a waste of time. That's why I recommend to play with a team, because the RNG is really lower. Like as you can see, we did it first attempt. I'm not expecting that everybody gonna do it first attempt, but at least you're not gonna spend your entire week doing the same things. And voila. Let's talk about the loadout. I'm gonna do it like this without showing the screen, because the video gonna be extremely long. I don't want to spend like 1 hour making the video. I don't want a 1 hour video because people are gonna say it's too long, etc. So for the loadout, you have to play with a survivor for the medium shield, or a flanking with a light shield, because the flanking is really nice to swap the weapon really fast, the flanking augment. So it's up to you. If you are comfortable with a light shield to PvP, it's okay. Otherwise, you can just play with the survivor and a medium shield. You need one hull cracker with a light stock. It's really better to swap the weapon faster. And you need to use the hull cracker to kill the shredder. It's the best weapon. All the other weapons, the Jupiter, the Toro and stuff like that, they take way too much time to kill the shredder, so you want a hull cracker. And for the main weapon, you don't really care. I prefer to play with the Venator because it's really good in PvP and it's decent for the fireball, but you can play with the Anvil if you want and stuff like that. I don't recommend, like some people do, to take like 3 weapons, because you're gonna have to swap weapon and it's boring and it's really tryhard. I mean, I'm doing video for everybody, not only for the best player in the world, so you don't need a snap hook, you don't need to have like 3 weapons, just play normally, we'll have a really good score, enough to be in Continental Legion, because my goal is to give you the key to be in Continental Legion. I'm not here to tell you to be the best player in the world. I just want you to be in Continental Legion. And after, you need, like always, 15 shield recharger, 15 herbal bandage and stuff like that. You need a lot of stamina. And for the ammo, you can take like 6 or 8 stack of Venator, and I recommend to take at least 5 stack of hull cracker. You can take 6 stack if you want. 5-6 stack is good, but not less. If you take like 4, it's not enough. At least 5 stack. Okay guys, now let's talk about the route. It's really complicated, and it took me a lot of time to do the routes, because I did for each players. You have to keep in mind that it's almost impossible to tell you which route is the best, because it's like personal. For some players, they're gonna take too long to clean everything, so the route is not really good. For a good player, it's gonna be too short. It's really complicated. I mean, I think the routes are really personal. It depends of how good you are. I'm gonna tell you the route that I'm using. Maybe some people will take too much time and they will be too slow. So if that happens, you can just remove few parts and give it to another player, like the player C, because the player 1 and the player 2, they can almost do the entire map as a duo. So if you are too long on your route, you can give some part to the player 3, the last player, because he only does the lobby and the atrium and the metro, but it's not that big. It's up to you. You have to keep in mind that the routes are personal and it depends how fast you do it. Okay guys, let's talk about the zipline setup for the player A, the player doing the medical assembly, etc. So you need to go out of the medical by the south entry. It's here on the map, so you will recognize it's like the main one. It's here. When you're here, you just want to go over this and you can go here. There is a... Remember, it's really important because otherwise if you set up something else, sometimes it's really bad. So you want to go here, it's really simple. And you put the zipline at the bottom. It works in the both direction. So it works from here and you can also put it from here, like that. And from here you can access to the shredders at the bottom. As you can see, it is just here. And we go up. Because if you try to put something else, sometimes you will fall down or you will be like on the not a really good position. This one is really fast, you know, you just come here and you are instantly in the medical. Okay, so for the player 1, player A, we're gonna start by the medical. Obviously, if you're spawning like somewhere else, you have to adapt. Don't come here like instantly because you're gonna lose a lot of time. So in the medical, usually you have between like 2 and 4 shredders. Most of the time I think it's 3 or 4. They can be like at the top floor, at the bottom floor, like anywhere. But most of the time you have like 2 inside this room because there's like 2 parts, you know, there's 1 part here and 1 part here. So most of the time you have like 2 in this space. And when you cross the second room, you have 2 here also. So you can have up to 4 shredders. Once you kill all the shredders, you run to the assembly. So we were here and we just did like this, up, and you go in the assembly. In the assembly, you have always one here. You have to keep in mind that sometimes the shredders are chasing people, so they can be somewhere else than their official position. So just pay attention, you have to listen because they are really loud and you will hear where they are. But I'm giving you the spawn, like the exact spawn location. So if they chase a player, I can't do anything. Huh? And so you just kill like up to 4 in the medical. There is always one here. And then you can go, if you are doing the fireball, you can do all the assembly because there is a fireball. But if you are doing only the shredders, it's really useless because there is no shredders. So I'm gonna show you just if, in case you are doing the fireball in same time as the shredders. But if you want a really high score, I recommend to do separate, you know, like to do 1 run for the shredder and 1 run for the fireball. So for the fireball, like they are everywhere. Huh? You can have here, you can have in the bottom, like everywhere. It's the same for all. Like, you have to listen because they are doing a lot of sound, you know. So you have also here in this building inside. I invite you also to check the top floor. We are here for the map. I'm doing for people who are not really good at the game, so I'm doing like a big explanation. At the first floor, just here, you can also have a fireball. And voila, after you just run, you just have to cross the assembly and you listen to the sound, huh? Because most of the time they are doing a little sound. You check here, everywhere. I mean, it's really fast. You just have to run. It takes like 20 seconds to cross the assembly. And voila. After you want to go up by here, you can use a snap hook or a zipline. I don't care. It's up to you. And from here you can go back to the medical, or you can go to the loading bay and the sandbox. So I invite you to turn down the bridge every time. You just have to do it 1 time, after it's okay. And to find the energy, the power cell for the door, like this. It can be here, it can be there, like it's easy to find. Huh? Okay, so the door is already open, so you don't have, but if you want to open the door, you just take the energy and you put inside this, and the door is open. From here, you can just take a quick look, because sometimes there is 2 shredders in the lobby, so you can kill them and go back where you were. It's just to help the person doing the lobby. Sometimes it takes you like 10 seconds to kill them, so it's always better to kill them if you can. So if there is 2 at this level, you can do it, because if they're at first floor, you're gonna lose too much time. So you just stay here, you do the shredders, and you go back. From here, we want to go by this door. I know for people that are not really familiar with the map, it might be difficult, but it's really not complicated. Huh? You just rewatch what I'm doing like 2 or 3 times, and you will understand. It's this route is really simple for this player. So from here, you can cross to the sandbox. So you're gonna be at the first floor of the sandbox. Most of the time he's not here, it's just I think he chased someone, because he will be always like here or here. So you have 1 shredder just here. Once you kill him, you just want to go down, up, like this, and you want to kill the shredders at this level, or the fireball at this level. So you have a lot of fireball, as you can see, up like this, you just kill. Sometimes you can have like up to 2 shredders, like 1 here, 1 here. If you have time, like if you are doing the route really fast, you can even go kill the one at the metro like this. So most of the time it will be like around here, and you go back. If you are doing the route really fast, you can do everything I'm showing you without losing time on the respawn. And when you are here, you don't go back to the ladder. You take this door just here. So from the sandbox, you take the door. So it's not this one. it's this one. So from the sandbox, when you are in the sandbox, you take this door, and you are in the loading bay for your last shredder. It's already the last one that you have to kill. So from here, you have to go at the bottom of the map. So on the left, when you go out from the sandbox door, you go on the left, and you just need to go there. Be careful at the bastion, huh? Don't get killed by the bastion. And this is your last shredder to kill. Like this video gonna be really long, because I have to do all the explanation. It's a really complicated video. And voila, the rotation is finished. I'm gonna remake it fast to be sure that you understand. You take the zipline. If you didn't put the zipline, you just put it like this. You know, you have to put here, like I show before or after. I don't know in which order I'm gonna make the video editing. And you are already back in the medical. So let's do it quickly. Like I'm just gonna say where they are, but I'm not gonna re-explain all. So from here, wait, let me take some stamina so I don't lose time. From here, you can kill the shredder in this part of the medical. So you have always like 2 shredders most of the time. Then, oh my god, there's a lot of dead people. Then you go in this part to kill the 2 shredder at this position. People are boring. Why? I'm recording a fucking video. You don't have anything better to do? So then, sorry guys. I'm not even gonna loot it. So when you kill the 4 shredders here, you open this door, you kill the one here. You see, it didn't respawn yet. You kill the one here, you know, you kill the fireball, all the stuff like that. You can also check here, I forgot to say, but sometimes there is fireball here, like here, on this floor. I don't think there is at the top floor, but I mean, you just have to listen. So you kill the fireball, huh? Easy, like that. You don't really care about the pop. You don't want to shoot the pop, just run and dodge and they will die. Then you go, it's only if you do the fireball. If you are doing the shredder only, you don't need to go to do this. If you, I mean, you remember, if you want to do the fireball, you go there, you check everywhere. And if you don't want to do the fireball, if you want to focus on the shredder, from medical here, you just use this corridor and you're gonna be at the same position. I'll show you. You just cross here and you arrive at the same position with the bridge, you know, instead of coming by this way, you come by this way. Then you open the bridge and open the door really quick. If there is shredders in front of you, like in this room or fireball you can destroy, then you go back. It has to be really fast, like 20 seconds. Huh? Then you take this door, up the corridor, here you kill the shredder, and I forgot to say earlier, but you have fireball inside. That's why, that's a good reason that I'm remaking, because I forgot that. And you kill the fireball here. Oh, this guy got disconnected. So you kill the fireball just here. Okay, I'm taking the heal. It's always nice to have some herbal bandage. So you kill the fireball and stuff. You break the window. And you can do up like this. You kill the fireball and stuff like that. Most of the time you have shredders in there, or they are here. So they can be in the back or here. You kill the fireball, etc. It's easy, it's like a holiday. Then you take this ladder and you don't go on the right, you go on the left. You take these doors and you are in the loading bay. And in the loading bay, you remember you go left because you want to go at the bottom of the map. And you go kill the shredder at the bottom. It's a really easy rotation. It's probably the easiest one. I mean, you have some PvP at the medical and stuff like that, but in terms of shredders and fireball, it's really simple. You kill here, and you take the zipline. To be honest, I think you only need one zipline. I mean, you can probably optimize with like 1 or 2 extra zipline on the way, but this one is the most important. And you are back. That's it for the player 1. For the player 2, the player B, this is probably the most important one, this rotation, so you have to be really focused. So I'm gonna start at the seed vault, but I mean, you just have to understand the route and you can start anywhere. Like if you spawn at the opposite, you have to start at the opposite, you know. So I have to start at somewhere, you know. So for the seed vault, most of the time you will have one here. Like you can see there's a body. Sometimes I think he's not here, it's not 100%, but if he's here you have to kill it. From here, you want to turn left at the first doors. I mean, if we can call that a door. Up, you have some fireball also, like you can see. From here, you want to take the zipline and to stop at the first floor. Up. So just one floor. You have fireballs. You kill the fireballs. From here, you can have fireball and shredders almost everywhere. Most of the time, you have one shredder in this part and fireballs. One shredder in the middle and one shredder at the end. There is, I think, up to 3 shredders in the archive. We're in the archive at the moment. So you check everywhere. I mean, you run, but if you are listening, you will hear if there is anything. Like the sound is 90% of the job, huh? So you have to listen to the sounds. Most of the time you have another shredder in the middle and fireballs, and one at the end. So there's like three shredders and fireballs. I'm playing by day to show you the run, so that's why there is not a lot of shredders, because they are at night, you know, the most. And from here, you take the zipline. Be careful because the archive is really dangerous. So like when I die, it doesn't happen a lot, but when it's happened, it's here. It's really dangerous. Like because you have the fireballs, the pops, the ticks, the shredders, like everything in the same time. So you take the zipline and you arrive in the business. In the business, you have sometimes one shredder is not always here, so it's better. You see, there is one here, but sometimes it's not here, and there is a lot of fireball. So you kill the fireball and you kill the shredders, up like this, and you see fireball. From here, you want to take the custom access to go to the lobby connection. Like this. So many... Ah. So same as before, as the player one, you can take a quick look here if you see the shredder, because if you see the shredder, you can just kill them. If you are not really good at the game, it's complicated, because when you're gonna hit them, they're gonna start going running away. So I recommend you to put a zipline at the bottom, like this, or like, you don't care, like anywhere. So you can go down and come back after, because you have to, if you kill them, you have to come back and keep your rotation. Up. Then you wanna keep your rotation by going there or this way. It's same, huh? Both are the same, because you want to take this door. You can also, if you see some fireball, like you can kill really fast, you know, like you have to take like 5 seconds. You have to be really quick in your rotation. From here, you have to bridge this door. This door won't be open, so you have to bridge. And you're gonna arrive in the atrium. From here, it's really important. That's probably the most important information of the video. You have two different type of game. You will have one game with only fireball, like a lot of fireball. So it's better if you want to do the fireball trials. And if there is no fireball, there will be 3 shredders. So you will have one game with shredders every time. They're gonna respawn every time, shredder. And you will have one game with only fireball. So if you want to do the shredder and there is no shredder in the atrium, you have to retry, you have to restart the game. I mean the map, you know, you have to leave and come back. And if you want to do the fireball, you want atrium with only fireball. So if there is shredder, you need to restart also. The atrium is here, you know, it's at the bottom of the lobby for people who don't really know the map. So voila, it's really important, because you can choose between, I mean you can choose, you have to choose by retrying 3 shredders or 3 fireballs. I don't know if it's 3 fireballs, but it's a lot of fireballs. So as you can see, I think it's, I mean, it's by day, so it's not the same, but if you don't see any shredder, it means it's a fireball atrium. So there's already like one here. So you run here, and you're gonna have a lot of fireball here, in the back, at the bottom. So you kill. Up. And as you can see, there is one fireball here. By night, you will have like 2 or 3 at least. Like this. And you can check also here if there is anything, because a shredder will be here. You will have like one shredder here, one shredder there. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 shredder, but it's a lot of shredder. And one at the bottom. And then you jump down to go back in the atrium. You can see there is one more here. So you have a lot of fireball. And then you want to take this little access. It's exactly here on the map. It's not really complicated. Huh? It's you have the cafeteria in the atrium, so the cafeteria is here, and you want to go behind the stairs, and you take this. And from here, you're gonna arrive at the sandbox. So you have one shredder here if the player one didn't kill already. So you just kill it. You can also do what the player one was doing here. If he didn't. That's why the communication is really important. You have to communicate between each other. Because if he just did it like 20 seconds ago, you can skip that. So that's why you are... The player 1, 2 and 3 are sometimes they have the same area, because it's to not waste time on the respawn, you know. That's why you are sharing the same area sometimes. So overall, you really need to communicate, like, hey, have you done the top of the sandbox, like the first floor of the sandbox, like the communication room? And if you say, oh yeah, I just did it like 20 seconds ago, you can skip. And if you say, no, I didn't, you can go and do it. And then, once you did that, you just go down, and you can do here. Because no one is doing this. So you kill the shredders. There is always one shredders and there is some fireball. Sometimes they are here, just behind the door, you know, like here. So take a quick look if you hear them. And also sometimes there is like here in the middle. But most of the time it's pops. It's not fireball, but you can take a look. You see there is one. Most of the time it's gonna be pop, but take a look. Ooh, nice shot. And then you go back to your position. Oh my god, I didn't see the time. Let's see the player C. That's the route that I know the less, but it's not really hard, I think. So you have to start at the... I mean, you have to... I'm starting the route by here, by the lobby metro. So most of the time you have a lot of fireball and sometimes you have one shredders. The shredder is like at the bottom, or I mean, you just have to listen, you know, like always. So you kill the fireball, etc. There's a lot also in the stairs, you know, like here and here, in both directions. So you can just go like here, you check, up, 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 you go at the north. From here, you can kill everything. Here, the shredders, if there is shredder, if the other player didn't kill them. Take a look here, sometimes there is fireball. I invite you to take the stairs here to check, because most of the time there are fireball in the stairs. Like this. Here, you can also, because you don't have much to do, so you have to clean everything. You can check every floors like this. The doors will be not breached, so you have to take a look. You can do like this, up, 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 the entire circle, you know. It's really fast. If you have stamina, I don't have stamina because I just took a free kill, but if you have stamina, it's really fast. Up, you take the stairs. You do the same, you take a look everywhere. If you kill everything, the shredders and the fireball, you can go in. No, we have to go in the dark room. I mean, you can go by both directions. The dark room is from here or from here. Both directions are okay. And here you have the dark room. Just here, so you take a look. Sometimes there is fireball here. Up. And then you are in the atrium. So in the atrium you have the shredder like this. So you kill that. Then you can kill here and the fireball. Up. You can kill also here the fireball. You check the bottom, like next to the cafeteria if there is fireball, shredder, like one here. Up. And then you simply go back to the metro. Up, like this. So you have to be sure to clear everything, because there is a lot of floor and stuff like that. And you don't really need to do anything else, because the other player are gonna do it. And if someone, one of them need PvP, you are really close from the both directions, so you can rush and help them for PvP. And then you go down by this way, because if you remember, we came by the other way earlier. So you go down by this way, you shot everything. If there is fireball, sometimes there is fireball. Up. And then you are at the same position. So you kill the shredders at the bottom, you kill the fireball, the stuff. And you go up. If someone need help, like they are late, you can go at the sandbox by this way. You just go here and you are in the sandbox. No, at the bottom of the sandbox. Like this, and then you do the same route. It's not really complicated, like you just have to check everywhere, and it probably take like 2 or 3 minutes max to do everything. It's really fast, and voila. You can also take this zipline to go back in the first floor of the lobby, but sometimes there will be fireball here. You know, like here or here, so maybe you're gonna miss them, so I don't take the zipline. You can also go to the sandbox or assembly if someone need help by this direction. And voila. Hein. You don't have much to do because everybody else, I mean, the other players are doing the rest, so they don't really need you. And voila. Obviously, this is my route, so there is a lot of different way to do it. But so far, they are pretty accurate and pretty good. So voila. Okay guys, the video was a bit long, sorry, but it's really hard to do each point of view for each player. Like I had to do the route for everybody. It took me so much time. So please subscribe, share and like. You have to remember that it's not that complicated, but you really need to start the run at the last minute and to kill everybody. If you don't do that, you're not gonna have a big score because people are gonna kill the shredders, they're gonna kill the fireball. And voila, so you have to start at the last minute. If you don't have a fresh game, it's bad, huh? You will retry in 3 hours. And if you have a fresh game, you have to split and play as a team to kill everybody on the map. So the priority is to kill the shredder and the fireball. But when you have a fight near you, like a team or a player near you, you have to regroup really quick and kill everybody. But you have to keep in mind that you are not here for PvP. I mean, you have to PvP, obviously, because you have to kill everybody, but the priority still remains to kill the shredder and the fireball. It's really important. That's why, most of the time, I'm trusting in my mate and I'm keep doing because I'm doing the player B, and the player B is the most important for the point. So as a player B, I'm not trying to help them too much, and I'm just keep my rotation, you know, so they can wipe the entire team like 2 against 3 because we are good player in PvP. So I think the player B should prioritize the route and let the 2 other players PvP most of the time. After, if the fight is really close to your position, it's better that you go help, but you have to keep in mind that every second you're gonna spend in PvP, you will lose points. Because if you take time to kill something, you're gonna take time to respawn, etc. Overall, I don't think I forget anything. Thanks a lot for watching. This video was really hard to make, and voila. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you for the next video.